Good morning. It's almost 7 o'clock in the morning. Sun is not quite up here just yet. So I'm running all the lights on, except for this one. So it's not causing a lot of glare on the video. It's about I'm going down the 27th Street overpass now. That is the temperature that you know who down there in Texas would be pissing and moaning and whining about now because it's cold. You can see I got a lightweight jacket on. It's about 55 degrees out here this morning, which overall is not bad. I mean, it feels pretty good. The humidity is incredibly low. But why am I live this early in the morning? Well, because I had a errand I needed to run, and I wanted to get back in time for a delivery I'm expecting this afternoon. So that's one reason I wanted to get out and get this done early. Yay. It looks a lot brighter behind me than what it actually is. I don't know, I guess that's the way the camera on this thing works. But I want you to check this out right here. I don't use any filters to try to hide shit. Like you know who it's doing now. You know, that really doesn't do any good either, because all it does is make your already crappy video crappier. What I wanted to address this morning was the dumbass last night on a stream, right at the beginning of it. I haven't clipped it yet because I had shit to do this morning besides lounge around in bed. So what the dumbass yammered on about was China has got this submarine that they're working on. So I went and tried to verify it. And yes, they are building a submarine. But it's it's going to be nuclear powered. So diesel electric subs were pretty much done away with completely in the 60s and early into the 70s. So there's very few left out there. And if there are, by now they're pretty much rust buckets. But that's not what the most amusing thing was in that bullshit thread. We started playing this dumbass game. Was the fact that he claimed that all submarines use a snorkel that they stick up out of the water to ventilate the submarine. That is so much fucking horse shit. You know, you really should Do your fucking research first. Submarines haven't had to use that sort of technology since World War II. That's when they were diesel subs. But here you are. Oh, yeah, well, that's how they can get easily detected when they stick that snorkel up out of the water to get air. No, dumbass. Our subs no longer use a snorkel. They haven't used snorkels since before the Polaris era, and Polaris submarines were back in the 60s. So don't yammer on about shit that you don't have a fucking clue about, you moronic jackass. You really think that the U.S. would be behind in their technology so far that they would still be having submarines that stuck a pipe out of the water to ventilate? Obviously, you think that. But it's bullshit. You made it up. Probably from watching some old World War II war movie that you happen to remember. What was it? Was it a Clark Gable movie? Who was in that one? Did you show them how to do it? Was that done by your advice? Dumbass. You know, back in World War II, that was a thing. They had to vent the subs every once in a while, especially if they were running underwater for extended periods of time. They'd have to service at some point to ventilate the sub. But in those cases, they just didn't go up and stick a pipe out of the water. They surfaced and opened the doors up to ventilate it faster so that they could get back underwater faster. Because why? You realize how long it would take to ventilate an entire submarine, even in World War II, by simply sticking a pipe out of the water, a snorkel. Once again, you showed your stupidity by not doing your research. They don't use those anymore. And I defy you to find an article that shows that the U.S. is still using snorkels on their submarines today. Because you're not going to find one. unless you ride it yourself, of course. And yeah, I mean, it did say that China was building a submarine, but it's not, as you claim, a diesel electric sub. It's a nuclear sub. That's easy enough to find. You, on the other hand, prefer to make shit up as you go. Which is always good for a bunch of laughs. Ooh. Look at the bright side. At least it's not raining. And I'm about at my first stop. Turn off the. Turn off all the lights. Set the brake. But yeah, you just keep those funny freaking videos coming, because the clips are fucking priceless. Hey, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys later.